What is up today, 49ers faithful? Drew Kerr, 49ers Sports Talk. Today is May 10th, and I'm going to provide you with last week's news all the way up to today. Let's take a look. All right, so just starting out with what I think is probably the most significant news. Dre Greenlaw update with, he had an interview with Matt Miyoko. If you haven't seen it on NBC Bay Area, please go check it out. It's very informative. Dre talks for, probably 10, 15 minutes. And kind of talks about his timeline. The timeline's a little bit unknown. It sounds like the rehab's going a little bit slower than I think his ambition had hoped earlier in the process. He was talking about getting back week 1. Doesn't sound like that's likely or a realistic possibility. He was hurt and injured in February. This is a minimum 9-month rehab, so it's putting him around November, December at the very earliest. We'll see what happens. We'll see how his rehab, goes. Hopefully there's no setbacks and he can get on the field sometime late in the season, maybe playoffs. Maybe they can do some sort of IR, designated to return, or something of that nature. So anyway, check that out on NBC Bay Area. Really good stuff. And yeah. Next up was the cut. They waived Spencer Wagee. I don't know how to pronounce that really, to be honest with you. That wasn't really a huge surprise. He was a teammate of Trey Lance's at North Dakota State. So the final 90 is complete. It's probably going to change here and there as the offseason progresses. Sometimes they'll add a player, subtract a player. Free agencies, there's still free agents out there. So I think they're trying to hammer out this Aiyuk deal and then kind of see where they're left financially, and then maybe add another free agent, maybe 2. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's sort of the likely outcome there. So rookie minicamp is actually starting today. Technically, it started yesterday. They had a bunch of interviews with the rookies, and I personally was very impressed with a lot of these guys, a lot of their mentality. Renardo Green seems like an awesome kid, and Kingston was kind of an interesting interview. If you haven't checked those out, go check them out on the 49ers YouTube channel. And yeah, there's some really good stuff there. But today we're going to get into some action, some actual, trying to implement some of these things that the coaches are going to want to see out of these guys, and see probably how much they've retained out of the playbook. And this will carry into tomorrow. We'll probably get a lot of footage, which I'm excited about, from some of the beat writers that will be there. And yeah, so stay tuned for that over the weekend, and we'll check it out. I'm going to be going live this Sunday, so we'll be covering some of that. So check in with us on that, and we'll have some updates on it. Next up is Brandon Aiyuk, the contract situation. We did get an update. I don't know how credible the update is. It came from 49ers Sports Talk, not me. There's a 49ers Sports Talk on X and Twitter. That's not my handle. My handle is Drew Kerr himself. So they did say that contract negotiations were accelerating. What that means, who knows? It's a little bit generic. I'm not really sure if they are a credible source. It seems like they missed more than they hit. So, there could be some credence to it. But anyway, that's just a quick update on Brandon Aiyuk's contract discussions via 49ers Sports Talk. Next, John Taylor was inducted over the week into the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. So that's been long overdue. I think he should have gone a long time ago. He was a very instrumental piece of the Super Bowls that the 49ers won in their dynasty years. So he did have some words of wisdom to Brandon Aiyuk when early in his career. He said, I introduced myself to him and I told him, Brandon, listen, I watched your whole career at Arizona State. You're a hell of a receiver, man. Taylor said Monday night after he was inducted into the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. This is just my advice to you. You can take it or leave it, but this is my advice to you. Stop overthinking. Just go play. Let your ability take over. Aiyuk is just thinking too much, Taylor said. He told Lynch, I'm assuming John Lynch, he's just got to go play. Let his ability take over. I know that feeling. In his mind, he's wondering, and he has to stop wondering. As of yesterday, the Niners have signed 3 of their draft picks, Renardo Green, Jacob Cowing, and Isaac Guerendo. I expect more will come. I'm sure they'll all get in the door and get signed up, and it's inevitable. So nothing groundbreaking there, nothing earth-shattering, but we have got 3 of the Niners rookie draft picks signed, so more to come on that. And finally, guys, the 49ers lost a legend this week, a few days ago on May 8th, in Jimmy Johnson, former defensive back for the 49ers. He's in the Niners Hall of Fame as well as the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was with the Niners for 16 years of his career from 1961 to 1976. You were a GOAT, Jimmy. We're going to miss you. Everybody, the Niners family lost a legend, and rest in peace. All right, guys, that's a wrap for this week's news. I will be doing this every Friday. I'll do a quick recap of the week and everything that kind of transpired, all the important stuff anyway. So please stay tuned. Please subscribe if you want, and hit the notifications if you're kind of, if you just want a quick bit of news and not have to scroll through like 100 different beat writers' videos or content creators. And try to sift through it. This is sort of your one-stop shop. Try to wrap it up in under 10 minutes, and unless there's something really groundbreaking, but I try to do these little news recaps very quickly. So there will be one again next Friday, and stay tuned. There'll probably be a lot more stuff to report on. We'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Appreciate you guys.